Hey guys, welcome back to 10th Innings Cards and Collectibles. Back with another week of through the mail autograph returns. This week I have 10 new returns to go through with you guys. As a quick reminder, I use a website called sportscardforum.com and sportscollectors.net to find all my TTM autograph addresses. Sports Card Forum is free. Sportscardcollectors.net has a yearly fee that you pay. It's like 10 bucks. So if you're interested in that, definitely do that. And as I go through these, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know which returns you like the most. And let's get to it. Return number 1. And our first return of the day came back on the 21st. This one comes to us from North Texas, Dallas area. Let's see what we got to start us off here. All right, David Need, former Colorado Rocky. Looks like I sent him 2 cards here. Let's start with the 1995 Leaf. Oh, this autograph looks great. He has an awesome signature. One of the better signatures I think we've seen so far on the channel. That's a very cool card. And then here is his 93 Topps, I believe, rookie card. This looks fantastic as well. Man, that's going to be a tough choice. As usual, guys, stick around to the very end of the video where I'm going to come through and tell you guys which card was my favorite out of all the cards pulled for each player. But that is a 2 of 2 return from Mr. David Need, former Colorado Rocky. So let's get to return number 2. And our second return of the day is coming to us from Tampa, Florida. We get a lot of returns from the Florida area, typically baseball, guys. Let's see who we have. It is baseball. It is Dave Schmidt. I believe I sent him 4 cards. Yep, 4 cards. Here's the first 1985 Fleer. We've got blue Sharpie here. Nice signature from Dave Schmidt. You can see the one-time Texas Ranger. I believe I got him with 3 different teams as well. He was bounced around a little bit. Here's 1990 Topps. Oh man, because of this kind of dark background right here against the wall, kind of messed up this autograph a little bit. I mean, it looks great still, but not as good as a lot of my other 90 Topps cards have turned out. Dave Schmidt does not charge a fee, by the way, and you'll see all his information above if you want to send him some autographs. This 1990 Upper Deck turned out fantastic. Very good. And then that one was with the Orioles, and the last one here with the Chicago White Sox, 1987 Topps. This looks great. Love the way these Topps cards have turned out. 87. Now, out of the 4, man, I'm kind of leaning toward the Upper Deck or the Fleer right now, but that is a 4 of 4 return from former pitcher Dave Schmidt. Let's get to our third return. And our third return coming to us from Seattle, Washington. We've had back-to-back baseball. Let's see if we can break it up with a football or a basketball. What do we have? We've got football returns. We've got the Hall of Famer, Warren Moon. Oh, man, I sent him 2 cards. He does charge a fee, so that'll be above. It'll tell you all that information, where to send the autographs. This turned out awesome. I had pulled this Warren Moon card out of the 92 set, and I thought, man, this would look great with some ink on it, and it certainly does. And then the other one is the 1995 Fleer Ultra Gold Medallion with the Minnesota Vikings. Got the Hall of Fame 06 on there. Wow, fantastic. I couldn't be happier with this return. I mean, one of the great quarterbacks of the 80s and 90s. Warren Moon threw for a lot of yards. Maybe I'll pop some stats up on the page you guys can see, but that man was a gunslinger and one heck of a quarterback. So really excited to get this back. I'm glad that I got him with the Vikings and the Oilers. I think that's kind of a cool mix, and yeah, these are a fantastic addition to my PC. So what an amazing return for number 3. Let's get to our 4th return. And fourth returns coming to us from Richmond, Virginia. So far, we've got 2 baseball, 1 football. Can we get some basketball? Yes, we can. We've got the former Charlotte Hornets head coach, Alan Bristow, with a 4-card return, I believe. Yes. Here we go. Let's start it off with hoops. This one, he signed in black. It is really tough to see this one, but it is there. Alan Bristow. The other ones, I think, turned out a heck of a lot better. But this is from the 1995 set. So it would be 95, 96 hoops. Autograph. Here we go with a 1980 Topps. Alan Bristow when he played for the Utah Jazz. Look at that. That card turned out fantastic. So, I'm sorry, not 80 Topps, 81, 82 Topps. I stand corrected. That looks great. Honestly, I was at a card show and I was flipping through the box and came across this one, and I knew that I had him ready for a TTM return, so I quickly kind of slid it into my envelope, and here you go. You can see this is the 91 Skybox, 91-92. Got the team card signed. I think that looks great. And I think we might have had a Sharpie starting to go out on us a little bit with Mr. Bristow. But these still turned out really, really good. Here's his coach card from 91-92 Skybox. Probably my favorite set to get autographed. But honestly, I'm kind of liking the 81 Topps out of these 4 cards. But that is a 4 of 4 return from the former Charlotte Hornets head coach, Alan Bristow. Let's get to our 5th return. And the 5th return, got this back on the 23rd. This one's also from North Texas, Dallas area. This is our 2nd one from that area today. And here we go. What do we have? Oh, another Hall of Fame football player. We've got Ed Too Tall Jones from the Dallas Cowboys. Look at that. Number 72, you can see the autograph hitting the light a lot better right there. That is a fantastic return here. These Topps cards, because of the coloring, is kind of brutal if you send these off to get graded. But this is from the 1985 Topps set. And wow. So Ed Too Tall Jones. How did he get the name Too Tall? Let's see if it says it in here. No. Nope, it just said after rejoining the Cowboys on July 8th, 1980, after spending the 79 season in professional boxing, I didn't know that, Ed has become a dominant player on the defensive line. Too Tall continues to use his great size and strength to harass the enemy quarterbacks and to knock down passes with regularity. 16 pass defenses in 1984, in addition to 2 fumble recoveries. Holy smokes. So another Hall of Fame football player. 2nd one on this return. And this one is a Cowboys legend, Ed Too Tall Jones. Let's get to our 6th return. And our 6th return, oh, this one kind of gives it away a little bit. Got this back on the 23rd from Las Vegas, Nevada. I should mention on the last video you probably already saw, but Too Tall does charge a fee, and that was in there as well. So just so you guys know, here we go. Okay, another basketball return. This one is from former Minnesota Timberwolf and Utah Jazz, Mike Brown. Got him to sign this Changing Faces card with Isaiah Ryder. So my next send-off is going to be to Isaiah Ryder to get him to sign the other side of this card. I think that'll be a really nice addition to the collection. So that's my next goal here. Oh, really cool. He personalized this one, 92-93 Stadium Club. He wrote to Kyle, Mike Brown, number 40. Very, very cool card. Looks like he's putting up a shot right here. Alvin Robertson in the background trying to defend. I always love these 92-93 Skybox cards. That turned out great. And then we've got 90-91 hoops. Great set for autographs. I think the backgrounds and the coloring kind of lends to a really nice card. You can see spent his first 2 years with Chicago. Spent the next several with the Jazz and then eventually the Timberwolves. But that is a 3 of 3 return from Mike Brown. He does not charge a fee, and we will be seeing this card back in a future return when I send it off to Isaiah Ryder to get the other side signed and delivered. Now, I don't know what this means. By Breer Bear, I don't know. Maybe somebody tell me in the comments if you guys know what this means. I would love to know. But as of right now, let's move on to our next return. Another solid one for number 6. We've got number 7 on deck. And our 7th return, which we got back on the 24th, comes from Charlotte, North Carolina. We've already gotten Alan Bristow back. Could we have another Charlotte Hornet? We don't. We have former Seattle Mariner Dave Cochran. Okay, let's take a look here. Looks like we got a 2-card return, starting with the 1990 Topps. Wow, this one turned out really, really good. I like the ink on this. You could see this was his 2nd year in the big leagues with the Seattle Mariners. Looked like he had spent a little bit of time early in his career with the Chicago White Sox. Originally signed in 1981 and was still kind of making his way up in 90. So he spent quite a while in the minor leagues. And then here he is a couple years later, 92 Fleer Ultra. Great looking cards. I love the Fleer Ultra cards. And you can see he had a decent 1991, batted 247, couple home runs, some RBIs. Was a catcher for the Seattle Mariners. And that's a great 2 of 2 return from former big leaguer Dave Cochran. So it looks like we've got 3 left. Let's get to our 8th return. And our 8th return we got back on the 24th from North Texas. Man, North Texas has been on the board 3 times out of 8. And this is a thick return here. Okay, we've got former catcher Pete O'Brien. Maybe I sent him 5 because this one was heavy. Nope, just 4 cards. Okay. Well, let's start with 1990s Topps with the Cleveland Indians here. This card turned out really, really good. You can see he had spent a lot of time with the Rangers in the early part of his career. A little bit easier to see it like that. But there's our first 1990 Topps. Here is 1989 Upper Deck. Wow, that one turned out great. This one with the Rangers. You see, Pete was first, I think I said catcher. I'm thinking of Charlie O'Brien. Pete O'Brien, first baseman, not catcher. Wrong O'Brien. Charlie O'Brien, definitely a future episode of the TTM returns because I did send him some as well. Here's 87 Topps with the Rangers. That one turned out great. And then our last of the 4-card return from 1990 Upper Deck with the Seattle Mariners. Back-to-back Mariners players. Pete O'Brien with a 4 of 4 return. Look at that. We've got 2 more left. This is a tough choice out of the 4. I mean, all 4 of these signatures turned out really, really good. But let's get to return number 9. And our 9th return is coming to us from Omaha, Nebraska. I feel like this is a basketball player. I am correct. Here we go. Fred Hoiberg, the mayor. Fred Hoiberg with a 2-card return. Let's start with my Chicago Bulls. The reason I like Fred Hoiberg, played for us, coached for us. Personalized that one to Kyle, which is awesome. Thank you for doing that. You can see the back here. Started his career with the Pacers after a really good college career. And I know he's coaching now, I think at his alma mater, Iowa. But yeah, there we are with the Bulls. They were not very good when he was there as a player. These are the post-Jordan years. And then here is his rookie card, Fame and Fortune. These are really cool. From this brand was called Signature Rookies, and Sports Heroes is the maker of those cards. I only bought a few of these. I didn't have a lot of Sports Hero cards, but because of KG, I was interested in picking up some packs of these. So this one he personalized as well and turned out really, really good. Felt like this card might be embossed a little bit, but it's not. But that's a 2 of 2 return from the mayor, Fred Hoiberg, former coach of the Chicago Bulls, former player, and now current coach of Iowa, and doing a great job over there. So let's get to our final return of this show, see what we have. Okay, return number 10. I gotta be honest, I got a little nervous. Whoever sent this back never sealed it. He didn't take off the sticky part and seal it for me. There is a card in here though, no return label. Let's see what happened. He did sign it, and it's Ronnie Brewer, former Chicago Bull. Look at that. Awesome. Not sure what's going on, a little smudge here on the end. Oh, he put his number and it smudged. That's what it was. So it said number 11, but it's kind of smudged off there. But yeah, great return from former Chicago Bull Ronnie Brewer. Man, he was a fantastic pro. One of those guys that would come off the bench, you know, give you 15, 20 minutes, lockdown defender, you know, could score a little bit, but was more known as a facilitator on offense, but a kind of a defensive stopper. And he was a very good college player at University of Florida, which I believe they won back-to-back titles, if I'm not mistaken, when he was there with Joakim Noah and Al Horford still playing in the NBA. So yeah, I'm always excited to get Bulls players back. If you guys can't tell, Fred Hoiberg, Ronnie Brewer, 2 Bulls returns. A couple weeks ago, I had Rusty LaRue was a return, BJ Armstrong. So I'm racking up my Bulls players, but that's 10 up, 10 down. Stay tuned here in just a second. I'm going to show you guys all 10 of the returns and let you know which ones were my favorites. So here we go, a nice full 10 card return, or a 10 player return. And man, I'm telling you, each and every week I'm getting more and more excited to see which cards have come in and which cards I get to open. I mean, it's such a mixture. I mean, you got Hall of Fame quarterbacks in here, Hall of Fame defensive linemen. You've got current college coaches, former big league players. I mean, it's just such a hodgepodge of just amazing athletes, guys you maybe haven't heard of, and a bunch of guys that I just remember opening their cards and just loving the hobby. And that's what this is all about. None of these cards are for sale. These are all going into my binders and just keeping them. And maybe eventually, if somebody wants one bad enough and comments below, maybe I'll end up doing like a giveaway or something. But yeah, I can't see myself selling any of these cards. They're just they're too cool once they get some ink on them. So you can see I went with the 93 tops for David Need, the 85 Fleer for Dave Schmidt, the 92 Fleer for Hall of Famer Warren Moon, the 81-82 tops for Coach Alan Bristow, the Hall of Famer tops 85 Ed Too Tall Jones. I went with the 93-94 Skybox for Mike Brown, 92 Fleer Ultra for Dave Cochran, the 89 Upper Deck for Pete O'Brien, the 2000 tops for Fred Hoiberg, and then I believe, let me double check, I'm not actually sure the year on this Hoops one. I want to say, oh yeah, 2011, 2012 NBA Hoops for Ronnie Brewer, which was a 1-of-1 return. So thank you guys for watching another episode of Through the Mail Returns TTMs. I'll be back next week with all new returns. I can't wait to see which cards I get to open next week. And as always, thank you guys for checking it out and commenting. I love reading all the comments. So let me know what your favorite return was of this show, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.